we have got yet more leaks for Need for Speed 2022. They just keep on coming. What you're seeing on screen at the moment is a little gameplay clip where you can kind of see the map in the background. I don't know if it's some sort of testing or whatnot, but obviously not great quality, don't read too much into it, but it's what looks like an Ferrari FXXK going around in circles in a pipe or some sort. So curious to see if there's anything like that in the game. Again, don't read too much into it, very early here. The other thing we got was a screenshot where you can see the city skyline in the background. Again, don't read too much into the quality, this is very early stuff, and it definitely does seem legit. So you can see what looks like two different types of money in the top right. Hopefully that doesn't mean microtransactions, but we shall see. Also, it's hard to tell, but what could be damage on the car in the screenshot, either that or it's some sort of, glitch with the rendering or whatnot, but it's exciting to see that there might be some improved damage models. But the meat and potatoes of this leak was the map. Yeah, we actually got the full map for Need for Speed 2022 leaked, which is just ridiculous. So, I mean, it definitely seems legitimate. I wanted to wait a little bit before I put this video out just to make sure, but yeah, it definitely does seem like this is for real. So at first glance, it does seem bigger than Need for Speed Heat and a bit denser. It's kind of hard to tell if you comparing them side by side, but the city center itself, which is in the purple here, definitely does seem bigger and more dense when you compare it to Need for Speed Heat. And as opposed to being broken into two kind of smaller sections with the big water bay in between, this kind of has a river dividing it into three sections, and it looks like there's quite a few bridges going across as well. So definitely exciting to see. Again, makes sense if this is based off of Chicago, or Lakeshore City as they're calling it, because we do have what looks like a big old lake here on the right. Now, I'm not too familiar with the area around Chicago, so there are lots of kind of twisty roads over here on the west side of the map. I don't know how much elevation there is over there. To me, it seems like it'd be kind of flat being so close to the lake, but I don't know. I've never been there. So if you're familiar with the area around Chicago, let me know. Should we expect lots of hills? Or, I mean, if it's a fictional city based on Chicago, they could just add hills for adding hills' sake. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't know why they just wouldn't do that. But anyway, I'm curious if you're familiar with Chicago. Let me know. We also have what looks like garages or safe houses, those locations indicated here on the map as well. So again, pretty similar to Heat, pointing out some of the things that stood out to me here. Obviously, we have the main city portion here in purple. Moving up to the north side, it looks like what could be a stadium maybe, which, based on what we got in Need for Speed Heat, that kind of makes sense. Then, like I said, over on the west side of the map, we have lots of nice twisty drift roads. Got what looks like a couple of main highways. There's a big straight portion that looks like it goes down here from Z25 through Z37 down to Z40. So again, hard to tell for the scale, but it does look like a nice long straight bit. There is a weird kind of blank section here in the middle of the map, so I don't know if that's just going to be kind of farm or forest or what. Yeah, we'll see how that plays into the map. Down on the southeast side, what looks like probably the industrial area. There could be some industrial stuff up to the north of the city as well, so we'll see about that. There's also in Z05 what looks like it could be maybe a racetrack, so that's exciting to see. And then next to that in Z09, what looks like maybe a parking lot, so we'll see if that's a parking lot or maybe another parking garage like there was in Need for Speed Heat. Now, the more interesting things here are there's what looks like a couple little bridges, so I don't know if these are bridges or piers or what, but the intriguing one is in Z33 here, because there's actually like a marked section. So is that planning for some sort of expansion? I don't know what you would expand out to that way, but it's just curious that that one's marked while the other ones aren't. So maybe that's an actual bridge and the other ones are piers, or I don't know. Definitely something intriguing there. But very exciting. The news for Need for Speed is coming out hot and heavy, so hopefully we get some official news soon. But if I missed anything or there's anything else of interest you want to point out, be sure to let me know down in the comments. Till next time, guys, stay classy.